What does concentration actually look like in a Montessori classroom? Is it silence? Is it sitting completely still? Is it a child focusing without looking away even once? Or can it look different? Very often, when people think about concentration, they imagine a child sitting very still, completely silent, looking only at their work and not really moving or looking anywhere else. And it's understandable because that's how many of us have been taught to recognize focus. But in Montessori, we understand that concentration doesn't always look like that. And when you really begin to observe children, you start to see something much more interesting. In Montessori, concentration is not about silence or stillness in the way that we often expect it to be. It's really about engagement. It's about the child being connected to what they're doing, being absorbed, having a sense of purpose in their movements. And sometimes that can look quite different from what we think it should look like. I was recently visiting a Montessori prepared environment. I was observing one of our adult learners who was doing her teaching practicum, and something really stood out for me. There was a young child working with models of animals, and as he was working, he was quietly talking, chatting, almost telling a little story, speaking to the animals as he moved them around the mat. Now, if you just glanced at that in that moment, you might think that he was distracted. But when you stayed with the observation a little longer, you could see that he was completely engaged. He knew exactly what he was doing. His movements were thoughtful. His attention kept returning back to the work. And there was a clear sense of purpose. And that's when it becomes clear. This is concentration. And this is where our understanding begins to shift. Because concentration doesn't always mean that a child is perfectly still or completely silent. A child might look away for a moment and then come right back to the work. A child might speak softly while they're working, especially when they're making sense of something. And very often, you'll see children repeat an activity again and again, almost as if they're working something out internally. All of this is part of concentration. We also need to expand our idea of what concentration looks like physically. It's not always just sitting in one spot. Sometimes you'll see it very clearly in movement. For example, there's a child who's carrying a tray across the room. They're holding it so carefully, watching where they're going, adjusting their body as they have to maneuver between spaces, even turning sideways when they have to pass through a narrow space so that nothing falls or spills. There's so much awareness in that moment, so much control, so much intention. And that too is concentration. During the same morning, I also noticed two children working together on the 100 board. They were sitting side by side, placing the numbers, and every now and then they would say something softly to each other. It was almost like they were checking in or thinking out loud. But what really stood out was how clear and steady their work was. They knew exactly where each number belonged. They were following the sequence. They were placing each tile with care, pausing when they needed to, and then continuing with their work. Their attention didn't wander. They stayed with the work. And this shows us that concentration doesn't always have to look like a child working completely alone in silence. Sometimes it can exist in shared moments where there's a little bit of quiet conversation, but the focus is still very much there. And when you really observe that, you can see this is concentration. So no, concentration does not always mean silence, and it doesn't mean that a child has to be completely still. Children are not meant to be still in order to learn. Movement is so important. It's such an important part of how they think, how they process, and how they understand what they're doing. When we expect concentration to look a certain way, we sometimes miss it when it's actually happening right in front of us. And I think this is where our understanding really begins to change, because very often we look at children through an adult lens. We expect concentration to look the way it does for us, sitting still, being quiet, focusing in a very controlled way. But children are different, right? We all know that. Their concentration can include movement, it can include repetition, sometimes even quiet self talk as they're working things out for themselves. You might see them pause, look away for a moment, and then come back to the work again. And when we begin to understand this as parents, as guides, we start to see concentration in a much deeper way, not just as something that looks a certain way on the outside, but as something that is happening within the child. So next time, instead of asking, is the child quiet? Is the child sitting still? We begin to ask something else. Is the child engaged? Are their movements purposeful? Are they connected to what they're doing? Because that is where the real concentration lives. And when we begin to see concentration in this way, something really shifts in how we relate to children. We become a little bit more patient, a little more observant, and a little more willing to trust what is unfolding in front of us. And that in itself can make such a difference to the child's experience. If you enjoy reflecting on Montessori in this way, this is something we explore quite deeply at Sunshine Teachers Training. We spend time not just looking at the materials and how to present them, but also at the child, how they learn, how they develop, and how we can support them in a way that is respectful and meaningful. We also look at observation, the role of the adult, and how small shifts in our understanding can make such a big difference in the classroom and also at home. And these are the kinds of conversations we continue to have, because Montessori is not just about what we do, but how we see the child. If you found this helpful, do like, subscribe, and share it with others who are also exploring Montessori. It helps these ideas reach more people. And until we meet again, have a beautiful day.